Hello, 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 people. Welcome along to the channel. It is me, Spencer Hopwood, and you are here on SH Comms. The football season might have ended, but the talking never, ever stops. And we have got something very new, very, very exciting here today. We have got the first of my summer interviews. We are here with Scott Brown, local Ardle South East referee, ex-Keffing Forest player, and most excitingly of all, but you're going to have to wait till the end to hear about this, ex-Come Dine With Me participant. And so, yeah, as we do just get started, I just want to ask you, mate, just to introduce yourself and talk up the way yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I've been involved in football all my life. Started playing competitively, really, when I was 9 for the village, became first at the village. And yeah, just love football. Football's always been a massive part of my life. Played competitively then right through until I was 37, until I ruptured my Achilles. And yeah, that was the end of that, mate. That was the end of that.
Yeah, man. Yes, and yes, that is true. Yeah, so yes, I just want to ask you about like, your first football memory and who you grew up supporting and why.
Oh, so my first football memory, I grew up on a council estate in Blackwood, right, called Apollo Way. People used to think it was a bit of a rough area. It wasn't. We used to love it when we were a kid.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, you know, don't get me wrong, we had some dodgy characters on there, but they would never rob from their own. You know, they always rob from somewhere else. So you can leave your back door open. It was a great community to grow up in. We had a football field at the top. We had big fields at the back. You can go big build camp somewhere ever. Nice. But religiously, every day there'd be 7 or 8 of us with a football under our arm, going up the top, up the football field, playing football. And I remember like yesterday, it was 1984, so we were 7. And one of our lads said, right, okay, we got to pick a football team to support. And they were all like, yeah, well, we're going to support Liverpool because they're winning the league. And I didn't want to follow the rest of them. So they said, who are you going to support then? I said, well, I support the team that wins the FA Cup. So 1984, it could have been Watford.
Oh, there was
yeah, because they were
in different nights.
Yeah, well, would have won just as much, right? Yeah. Yeah, it was Everton beat Watford 2-0 in the final. And that was my team from then, which was an inspired choice for the next couple of years, you know. Yeah. Especially with 85, winning the league, winning the European Cup Winners' Cup, just missing out on the double to Norman Whiteside's curler in the final. And then 87 again, won the league. 95 won the FA Cup, and piss all since.
Yeah. Yeah, that feels very, very similar. It feels very similar to my story. People don't know it being me being a West Ham fan, you will know all about our lack of success over the years. But oh well, I do always find I like people better who do follow teams like that. Yeah. But people that have been through teams that have like the hardship and the ups and downs, rather than people to support the Man U's, the Liverpools, the Chelseas over the years. They're always my kind of people, but yeah, obviously moving on from that, tell me a little bit about your playing career. Obviously most of it, 16 years with Keffing Forest. What was that like?
Yeah, brilliant. The when I was playing, I first started playing senior football. I was a bit naughty, really, because you weren't supposed to start playing senior football until you were 16. And Keffing Forest wouldn't take me until I was 16, even though I was playing under 16s from on a Sunday. Yeah. So I wanted to play senior football on a Saturday. So at 15, I had a season down in Wattsville. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as I was 16, then I went up to the village. I had, I think, 2 seasons in the seconds, because the philosophy was then, as a youngster coming through, always give you a season or 2 in the seconds to toughen you up, get you used to the physicality of the men's league. Yeah. And yeah, I think I'm still the only player in Keffing Forest history to have represented the North Gwent League side 7 times. Wow. So had the tie and everything for that over the course of 2 seasons. And then from about the age of 18, 19, regularly just sort of left back for the first then. So yeah, spent most of my time in the county. Had a couple of offers to go to Welsh League. Funny story here. One from Brisker, who've been watching me apparently for about 5 weeks. We just beat Ponty Mister 5-0 in the cup. come back in the changing rooms. My manager said, the manager of the Risco wants to sneak you outside. He's been watching you, he wants to take you down there. I said, all right, aye. So as I did back then, I was in much better shape. Like I used to take my top off, go take my shin pads out, stand outside, have a quick smoke. Right, so we're talking to him. So he says, I want to take you down Risco. We'll pay you 30 quid a week, £5 win bonus. I mean, back then that's what the going rate was.
Yeah.
Well, see, back then we're talking, Spence, we're talking 27 years ago.
Oh.
So it was a long time ago. But I was working full time, so it wasn't life changing.
No.
So he said, train twice a week. I was like, that's not bad. The village train twice a week. Like, and he said, but there was two elements of doubt in my mind. The first one was Newcastle Emlyn were in the Welsh League at a time, right?
Yeah.
And like I say, the social side for us at Ken Forest was massive.
Yeah.
There was regularly between 8 and 10 of us. On Saturday night, out after a game on a Saturday night, down Ted Shed in Blackwood, right?
Yeah.
The Shed was the place to be. We loved it. But you had to be in there by half night.
Yeah.
So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, if I go and sign for them now, I got to play Newcastle away. Will I be back by half night to be in the Shed?
Probably not.
And then I put the kibosh on there when he said about he likes him to train twice a week, but he likes him to meet about 45, 50 minutes before.
Oh,
And I was like, why is that? He said, I like my boys to do a 5-mile run first. No, I was like that.
Yeah.
Stuck my fag out. He said, no, I'm all right. I'm staying at the village site. So, and I think when you're 22, 23, you're fit enough anyway.
You are. You should be. If you're already playing football, you should be fit enough by then.
Yeah. So, it was, I loved my time at the village. Just a fantastic club, really.
Yeah, it do sound it. I've not made it over there. I've not made it over there yet. But everyone I talked about him does say Come Forest are in good clubs. So they are.
Yeah.
So they are definitely one on the list for next season to try and get myself over to.
They'll look after you, mate. They'll look after you.
Yeah, they sound like good bunch. I can't wait to go over there. Yeah, and so after like say 16 odd years with Kevin Forest, you then retired, and then you made what I think is absolutely mental decision to go from playing to being a man in the middle to being a referee. What on earth made you choose to do that?
Well, I had another 5 years playing after Kevin Forest. Actually, I went over to the other side of the valley to play for Tilburg. A couple of my mates gone over there, and after 14, 15 years playing county. You know where you're coming up against week in, week out. So by going over there, I had a bit of a break and sort of reinvigorated me.
Yeah.
Because you've got to be on your game again.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
So it was great. And I loved Tilburg, fantastic club as well. Good lads over there, really good lads. And again, good social side. I'm sure I only played to have a beer after. But anyway, so like I say, social side was huge. But I ruptured my Achilles then when I was 37. We were playing up Trinant, and it was a hot day, really hot day.
Yeah.
It was August time, and I was playing centre half, so I took the ball down on my knee. Centre forward was closing me down. There was no way to go left, no way to go right. So I just popped the ball over the top of his head back into the midfield. I put my foot down, felt like somebody shot me.
Oh.
And because we were at Trinant, I thought, as somebody shot me. So I did have a quick look. No, I don't mean the trogs. Love you, trogs. Have a trogs. But I managed to just get off the pitch and the pain was excruciating.
Yeah.
So I managed to have a shower, come out, and fair play to the trogs. I had a deck chair to watch the rest of the game.
Nice.
And I had a run out to get me cans of Strongbow because they were only ice cold Strongbow, £1.50 in a clubhouse. So so I enjoyed that. But then I came back and the wife was like, "You gonna have to go to the hospital, and I'm like, I'm all right, just get some pee." And I didn't know I'd ruptured my Achilles at this time. So my son was doing a mini Tough Mudder the next day up in Cirencester.
Okay, yeah.
So I limped out to the car in the morning. I still had a manual car then.
Yeah.
So I start the car, go to put my foot on the clutch. My foot, just the pain, shot back and come back in. I said to my missus, "You're going to have to drive." I told you. I said, so we went up to Cirencester. I hobbled all around the field, then went to the hospital after I found out I ruptured my Achilles. So I put the kibosh on that. So I was still getting my football fix because I was coaching my son's team at Irwin.
Yeah.
So I was still getting my football fix on a Saturday morning. But ultimately, and I love my wife, babe. Love you. You are the most amazing, fantastic woman. But she was dragging me shopping on a Saturday, right? So the thing is, when you've been involved in football for like, was it 28 years then, right? Yeah. I'd have a face like Sunday at 1 o'clock because I should be in a changing room. I miss that smell of liniment, wintergreen. And as you get older, it's not so much a playing you miss, it's the crack and the banter.
Yeah, it's just
and, you know, I've been in some brutal change rooms. But they were the best, right?
Yeah.
Teaches you all the best banter you can have. And I checked this result, and it said underneath, because I checked this result because we were going for the league at the time, it said underneath, referees wanted.
Oh, okay.
I was like, hello, I can still take the game in you, maybe have a beer.
Yeah.
All right, I'll get paid, but, you know, but I could still take a game in. I'd have to go shopping.
No, bonus, happy days.
So I thought, yeah. So I said, babe, I'm going to do a refereeing course.
Oh, okay.
So it was over there. Back then, you had to do 3 hours once a week on a Monday night for 6 weeks on Cymru Celtic.
Yeah.
My course tutor is still a very good friend, actually. A guy called Clark Campbell. Diamond of a man, Welsh Premier League assessor, real good guy. Broke everything down, and yeah, that's how I turned to the dark side to get away from shopping. Really,
Sounds like that's a good idea.
Yeah, is the honest answer.
Does
Abuse of 22 grown men or getting dragged round shops? Give me the abuse.
22 men, of course. Yeah. Yeah, and so now obviously you've been refereeing for like, what, 4 or 5 years now, is it? I think you was telling me.
No, I've been, all in all, I've been reffing for about 10, 11.
10, 11, a little bit longer. A little bit longer.
10, 11 years, about 4 or 5 at Ardell.
Oh no, that's the one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So it's talk me through like your typical day as like a match referee. Like how far in advance do you find out who you're going to be refereeing and what to do on game day?
Yeah. Well, Comet's been a game changer for that. Comet is really good for that, mate, because I can have up to like 10 games on my Comet.
Oh, nice.
So I know where I am for like a couple of months in advance. So it's really good. But obviously, if Ardell appointments come through, you can see who your assistants are and things like that. So they try and keep us with the same assistants in the Ardell, which is good. But I'll get in touch with my assistants in the week and say, look, ultimately we try and keep the costs down for clubs and travel together.
Yeah.
But it's hard sometimes because with the lads involved in football, they might be on the line, they might be reffing. I might be on the line, they might be reffing. But, you know, they might be coaching on a Saturday, they might be helping the junior leagues out reffing on a Saturday, they might be working on Saturday morning. So a lot of time you just meet at the game anyway. They like you to be there an hour before. I'll be honest with you, that's too long for me. Yeah. I rock up 40 minutes, half hour before. Have a cup of coffee because normally they'll do me a coffee.
Yeah.
Have a stroll around the pitch, have a look, have a chat to the teams. How are you, boys? Blah blah blah. Yeah. Get changed and crack on with it, and have a shower and a beer after. All good.
Yes, sounds good. Yes, sounds good. Yeah. And so now just tell me a little bit about what's been like the best game or the maddest game you've ever refereed.
Easy, maddest game ever. In my first season as a referee, and I'm not going to name the teams. I'm just gonna throw a couple of clues in.
People,
I mean, one of the teams is not running anymore. But let's just say it was a bit of a local derby. There's only really a mountain between these two teams. I like to say, it just taught me so much in my first season. I think as an ex-player, you have a bit of an empathy for the game.
Yeah,
you know, because you can understand players' frustrations. And because you've been there. You know?
Yes.
But this game was going swimmingly well, and until 65 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Swimmingly well, and his centre half comes in, and he makes a fantastic old school tackle, right, on a centre forward. Bang! Yeah. Smashes in, but takes the ball, right? Yeah. Takes the ball and the man, which you could back then, right? Great tackle. No problem.
No.
I loved it, being an ex-defender myself. Fair play. Centre forward gets up, takes a bit of umbrage, right? centre half still on the floor. This side centre forward now to just boot in straight in the back. So I'm like, going into my pocket, reaching for the red.
Yeah.
Right? Before I can get the red out, it's not even a 22-man brawl, right?
No.
The supporters coming on a pitch, I reckon it worked out, right, about a 36-man brawl.
Oh, God.
So I'm blowing a whistle out. I'm thinking, I'm not really getting anywhere. So I thought, I'll go and lean up against the goalpost. I'll give them a couple of minutes, let them get bored of it, punching each other out. So anyway, I seen they were getting bored because, when you start off, it's windmilling.
Yeah.
I actually, it's, I can't be bothered with this.
No.
It's petered out. So when it's petered out, blown on a whistle hard, I go, captains. So they'd come up, ref, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I said, right, okay, first things first. They said, we've got two options. And technically, by the letter of the law, especially for younger referees, this is not right at all. However, this is what happened. Right? I'm going to be honest.
We'll be honest with them.
Yeah. So I said to the captains, I said, look, we've got 25 minutes to play. I said, we got two choices. I said, number one is I abandon this game. I said, white paper report for you.
Yep.
White paper report for you. I said, they're both going to start at about 300 quid each for your clubs. I said, and that's before I start dishing out cards like confetti.
Yeah.
I said, how does that sound? Not great.
No.
Right. Okay. What's the second option? I said, the second option, I said, is your centre forward's going, by the way. I said, yeah, he's going. He's not staying on the pitch. I said, so I'm coming up with a red for him. I said, but when I come up with a red for him, I said, you have a minute to word to your team. I said, I'll give you a minute for a word to your team. I said, can we play the last 25 minutes like gentlemen? Right? Yeah, okay, cheers, ref. So he goes up, bang, red the centre forward. He's gone, right, happy days. Had a word, blown a whistle again. Sort of the restart. I can't remember what the restart was because obviously there's been a 36-man brawl. Yeah. So anyway, the last 25 minutes of the game, right, didn't hear a peep out of anyone.
No.
We finished the game. Both players shook hands, right? All went back, all had a shower.
Yeah.
All had a beer in the pub after, right? And everybody's, that was mad, wasn't it? Just talking about the incident and how it went.
Yeah.
There was no animosity after the game, right? I could have had it, Spence, I could have had a free weekend up there. Because they're like, ref, it's brilliant what you've done. Not have a beer. I couldn't, I had a car, but But like I say, technically not right, but the game was played. There was no more animosity after it.
No, that's what you want.
But you do what you think is right.
If you can't finish the game off, that's always what everybody wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can finish it, that's something the maddest game you've ever like refereed. Has there been any games that kind of stood out where even you as a referee, you've been thinking, oh, nothing's going to happen in this game. I really want this game to end, or anything like that. Anything that really sticks out?
There's a couple of games that you call end of season dead rubbers.
Yeah.
You'll always get the end of season dead rubbers. And then you just think, nothing's happening. And then, 9 times out of 10, you'll see a worldie pulled out from 30 yards, stop bins and things like that. Yeah. But that is the only moment of quality in the game. And then a lot of other times there's nothing happening. And it is that end of season dead rubber. But, that's sort of, I think some of the best times as a referee I've been involved in have been Friday night games. Love a Friday night under the lights.
Yeah, they're good.
First time I went down to Newport City was incredible.
Oh, it's a great ground now. I love it there.
And I know a lot of the boys used to say, Sam chops, and I had nothing but respect for Sam, great guy. Yeah. Very, very passionate, man.
Oh, very.
Right? And loves his club and defends his club to the hilt.
Yeah.
And I get that. We're all passionate when we're playing the game,
Yeah.
But I could always speak to him. And he would always see my reasoning.
Yeah.
But coming out at Newport City on a Friday night, you had the crowd up there, you come out under the tunnel, you walk out all three of you.
You feel proper.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. You do. So that was some of the nicest times. And obviously the cup finals, they always stick out. I've been lucky enough to do, I think I've had 2 North Gwent Cup finals in the middle when I first started out. And the second one was mad actually, because it was Abercorn against Kevin Forrest seconds, right?
Okay, yeah.
So nobody can accuse me of being biased because Abercorn won.
Yeah, okay.
But like they did the North Gwent Referee of the Year presentation after, as they were presenting the trophies.
Yeah.
And as sort of we got back, they were about to present the trophies. Ken Forrest boys had took a load of support up there as well, and I was getting Chanceries one of yeah, all that, and fair play was brilliant. And I won the North Gwent Referee of the year, and just at that cup final, and everybody went like all the Ken Forrest boys went bonkers. It was good. It was good. So I'll always remember.
Yeah,
good times.
Yeah, so now onto something that might prove to be a little bit controversial. Who has been, or what has been the most controversial decision you've made on the pitch? Is there any that stand out there that people really haven't agreed with, or I suppose there might be one or two, but was the one that really like stands out?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely there is. There's always going to be a couple that stand out, right? Because let's be honest, right? We're local league referees, right?
Yeah.
We get one bite of the cherry. We get one snapshot, one picture. We've got to make that decision on the picture we've taken.
Yeah.
We haven't got the benefit of VAR. We haven't got the benefit of technology.
No.
Right? And we haven't got the benefit of goal line technology.
No.
But the amount of times I bamboozle the player, it's over the line. No, my watch hasn't gone off. He's like, right, okay. And like, what a bell end. But anyway, but yeah, there was definitely one. I will name the teams of this because again, probably technically not correct, but I'll tell you why now. So there was it was down in Caldicott Town.
Yeah,
we had Caldicott against Dundee. So nice local derby.
Oh, they don't like each other.
So a nice local derby, right? Down in Caldicott, and it was a midweeker as well. So we're under the lights, and I had Mark Roberts, who's a Gwent referees officer, on the one line for me.
Yeah.
And I have Ryan Thomas on the other line for me on the dugout side. And the ball's playing ping pong in the box, right?
Yeah.
I've gone too early on a whistle, right? So as the Caldicott lad has struck it, right? It's going into the back of the net, right? The Andy boy handballs it on the line, right? Handballs it on the line, right? But it goes into the back of the net. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I've looked at that and I've already blown before the ball's hit the back of the net for the penalty for the handball. Right? So my fault because I've gone too early on a whistle, right?
Yeah.
Take total accountability for that, right? And you learn from things like that because you think I'll take an extra 5 seconds before I give a toot on that whistle.
Yeah.
So I've looked at it now, and the ND players are going mad. Yeah, you've given a penalty. You've given a penalty. You've given a penalty. So I've gone, go away. I'm just going to speak to my linesman. So I've gone over and seen Mark because obviously Ryan was over the far side at the dugouts. Yeah. It's happened in my and Mark's penalty area down there. And I said, look, mate, I've gone too early there. I said, I'm happy enough to give the goal. I said, I'm happy enough to give the goal to keep 11 men on the pitch.
That's what you want.
Right. And he said, yeah, technically, he said, no, right, but I agree with you. So we've looked at it, right, and the ND, it's quite funny actually, because the ND players have come over and the captain's come over. You can't give that goal, you've given the penalty. And I looked straight at him in the eye and I've gone, if I give that penalty, you're down to 10 men.
Yeah, oh what?
I said, your man is walking for handball on the line. I said, so you might want to shut up a minute. He's gone, do what you want, ref. I've gone, right, okay. And then I said to Swanee's come over from Caldicott. Nice player, good lad, very good player, Swanee as well. And he said, yeah, but ref, you can send him, you give the penalty. I said, Swanee, are you guaranteed to score that penalty? No. He said, no. I said, so I'm going to do what I feel is in the best interest of everyone. I'm just going to give the goal. Yep. And he's gone, yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Done. So it's just been one of them where again, technically, it's not correct. Mm-hmm. Is it the right outcome? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You know? Got there in the end. Yeah. Yeah. So, but I did learn from that because that's my fault. And like I say, I've gone too early on a whistle. Yeah. So when it's ping pong in a box, now I think, let's see how it ends. Give it a minute. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Oh, and so also something else a little bit maybe down that line.
who's maybe the most moany player or manager that you've ever had to deal with? I think there's one on.
It's absolutely one answer. I mean, I think if you speak to a lot of players, they'll tell you as a referee, I'll probably give them as good as I get.
Yeah.
All right. And that comes from the banter side of your playing days and everything, and things can be managed with a bit of humour rather than a car.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
But if I've just got to pick one, one that absolutely stands out, is Corey Evans from Bretton Corries.
Oh, yeah.
Corey Evans from Bretton Corries every time. With Dale Evans, the captain, well, the street pro. Dale, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Right? And they're all really good players.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I was up there 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Corey, Craig, Dale, can't think the other one's name. No. But
Very good, yeah.
all good players, right? But I'd even said to Dale, and Dale had said, Dale, have a word with it. And he's gone. I've been trying for like the last 20 years. So he's going to one year, the other. But of course, I understand he wants to win, but he's up against, they're big old boys, they're all 6'4", 6'5", something like that.
I look small compared to them.
Yeah, and it's like, it just seems to be he's allowed to kick people, but people are not. If you got to take it. That's your,
That's it.
It's, I'm not going to apologize for that. Yeah, definitely Corey Evans.
Corey Evans. I have got to say, my first time up at Corey's Galway, I did really enjoy it up there. Well, it's a beautiful part of the world up there. Yeah, beautiful part of the world there. I was up there as they beat Cymru Town, 10 Cymru Town's title chances this year. Very good game, controversial game that one, but I really enjoyed it. We had our commentary spot right behind the dugouts, and literally my mates, my mate Matt, his commentary notes were on Cymru's dugout. That's how close he was. So we were right behind, and we picked up everything on the microphone. All the Cymru managers were getting stressed and arsey during the whole game. The amount of times we had to stop and apologise, like, oh, sorry, you picked up that. That was a fun one. That was a fun one. I do like comedies. We'll be going back there sometime. What a silly claim. Yeah. So we kind of talk about some of your more controversial decisions. But is there any match that's really stood out where you thought afterwards, I've had a blinder that day. I've left that one really well. Obviously, that one you talked about where you've calmed down the old half of Wales brawl. Is there any others that really kind of stand out where you go, I've had a really good one today?
No, to be fair, nothing really tends to jump out like that, because I think I always self-analyse anyway.
Yeah.
So I always self-analyse in the car, coming back from a game, and I think, done that well, but I could have done that better. Managed that better, could have done this, could have done that. I think you just, I always probably know the answer everybody wants to. You take it on a game-by-game basis. Obviously, like, some games, we want to sign. We all, like it's ways, we'll absolutely. But I think the key thing is, if you've made a mistake and you know you've made a mistake in that game, you take accountability for that mistake. Yeah, because then I think it gives you a bit more credibility. Yeah. I was doing in this game last season, I think down a Greg Villadino. Oh yeah. Down by Whiteheads. Yeah. And nothing was really happening. Greg Villadino took control. And I went blown for the offside, right? Thankfully, Sam. No, when I put it scanned, right, the fullback's playing a lad about 5 yards to the side, I got, whoops, right, my bad. And I looked at him, and I've gone, coach, I'm so sorry you haven't done me. I said, I've gone before I've scanned. Yes. He's gone, okay, no, I appreciate it, Brett, no problem. Oh, I've heard you, because I think you've got to take accountability. Yeah. Right, and if you take accountability, I think you build credibility. Yeah. Obviously, try not to make too many mistakes. No. But you're only human and you will. Yeah, that is so. I see you want to stand something. Yeah, nothing's going down. No, that is it, mate. Yeah, and also I had this question lined up a bit later, but
but this kind of lines up with that. I think it's Andrew Evo on Twitter. I think it's him who said who said this in when I was asking the questions. But does referee in like tier 4 or tier 3 where we you don't have any linesmen? Does that kind of make your job harder? Yes, we talk about ways. Well, obviously, I see it at New Inn quite a bit. It's in normally for New Inn. It's our man Steph who's doing the line. So then, yeah, good lad, Steph. I don't know Steph, little sort of would you? Yeah.
I tell you, a lot of similarities between Steph and the Brett Corrie's assistant.
I've got 2 Stephs. No, thank you.
Yeah, it's good lad, Steph. Yeah, definitely it makes your job harder because when you're flipping as well, like this. You flip in between Ardell and Come Dine now and again.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to the back end of the season, because you might do, well, so you got a Tuesday and then you could be on the Wednesday.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right. And then you're still in that Welsh League more.
Yeah, so don't worry about
your offsides because I got my rights on the offside.
Yeah, comfortable, yeah.
First offside, you say, shit, what we on?
Yeah, well, we're not getting someone helping.
So, yeah, so you really got to kick yourself back into that mode. But yeah, it is a lot more difficult because obviously there's only one of you, rather than 3 of you, and you can't keep your head on it.
No,
you explain that to the players as well. We've got to follow the ball, you've got to follow where the action is when it's the way it is. When there's 3 of you, you're triangulating where you can see everything.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, and so I just think, and so it sort of stills a little bit on that. But and I'm not sure if you ever will have the opportunity to, but you ever have the chance, or would you ever watch any of your games back, see how you done, and try and analyse that way? Or was it also maybe like self analysis?
Yeah, I think it's self analysis. Because we don't have VO teams, have VO now, and they have Zevidia and things like that. I'll give you another example. Like the North Gwent referee's presentation earlier this season.
Yeah.
One of the last games I did of the season was for the North Gwent. And I'm on my own. I'm up in RBB at the Vale.
Yeah.
And they play a penalty. And Super gets played 2 on goal for the men as well. And Josh O'Leary was a really nice lad, Josh. I'd seen Josh, right? But the ball was pumped 60 yards.
Oh, I'm dead.
Usain Bolt didn't get it.
No.
I'm not a cricket spencer. No. Usain Bolt then even.
Yeah, no.
And all I see, again, snapshot.
Yeah.
I see Josh challenging for the end. Take the man down, right? As he taking the man down, right?
Yeah.
Jim's from Arties is seeing he's coming across now. Jim's got a caravan was like his old child.
No.
I thought I'd do. Right, but he's coming across, there's no chance of catching Super. So for me, from my snapshot, it's a goal tool,
Hopping stuff, probably,
yeah. So I've sent Josh, and I've seen Josh a presentation, and Josh has gone, have you watched that back? I've gone, mate, I haven't seen it, I don't get BO and mistake. He said, mate, can I see I take a ball? I said, look, what you've got to understand, I said, it's my snapshot. All I could see, I said, because the ball's pumped 60 yards.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get it, but I just see you. Coming probably and take the man up, what would you do? I think like, I never thought of it like that. Like I said, that's the snapshot I got.
Yeah, that is what.
So when you're on your own, that's the difficulties you face.
Yeah, because when you're not helping you. Yes, that makes that does make a lot of sense. And so just do you have any advice for like new referees, and more also do you think can be done to get more refs into the game at sort of at our level? I think this question got sent in by Galworth behind Focus on Ardell at South East. So really could make a mind if you want to. Thank you so much, mate. You're a really, really cracking guy. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, thank you for all the support. But just like I say, any advice for new referees, and what do you think can be done to get more refs?
Well, it's for me, it's tough. Not so much if you're talking new refs. It's tough for new younger reps. I'll explain my reasoning again. That I think if you're talking new reps, older reps as ex-players, and you speak to a lot of teams, right, and they find that ex-players make for better reps for the simple reason that they played the game. they've got an empathy for the game. They can understand when the temperature of a game is rising, right? They can understand man management because they understand the frustrations.
Yes.
Like I did, I understand the frustrations, you know.
Yeah.
One of my favourite sayings is, we're all playing with lazy bastards in the forwards.
Yeah.
Right? But then, you know, they'll do nothing for 89 minutes, but then score a goal the other night. Yeah, so boy, that's the chance you take. But for younger reps coming into the game, what I would say for advice is, you try and impose your own personality upon it, because what's happening is they get in a rule book.
Yeah.
They get in a rule book, and yes, we know the laws. We know the laws of the game. We know the rules of the game. All right. Don't just read that into no back to front. Take some time to go watch some games. So see how teams are with rehearsals. Yeah. Understand players. Not everything's a yellow card.
No.
Not everything's a red card. Can you manage a situation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you look at it and think, but really, I get his frustration on that one.
Yeah.
You know, can you speak to that player instead of just whipping a card and going, well, that's low, so.
Yeah.
That would honestly be the best advice I can give the new younger reps. I think that's some ages. This is what I mean. But the older new reps understand that, because I advertise more ex players.
Yeah.
I just think there wouldn't be as many cards, white paper reports, and incidents. I'm not saying for definite, but to have that empathy and understanding of the game,
you do
gives you a background it.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a long-winded.
I said, no, it's good. No, it's good. And you do hear about it, even in a sort of Premier League professional level. People always say that I had enough to have more exposed, because for the reasons like you say, they understand the game a bit better. They understand what's actually going on. So any ideas how to get more reps into the game? Because always every weekend I'm always hearing on social media about leagues and games, needing referees, and
I tell you, there's one of the guys used to be in our association, like, loves his rugby as well. So when he's called a referee over the dark side rugby now, right? So I know it. There's been a bit of with the anxious, right? That's all. Yeah, but what the WRU do really well for that, and it sounds something really basic and simple, right? But the WRU give them 3 kits.
Oh, there's a side eight with fun.
Yeah, free.
Yeah,
free. Right now, we've just gone in tiers 1, 2, and 3 now. We've just gone from Macron from the 1st of July, the new kit is summer.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
It looks nice, right?
Yeah, it's great.
But we ain't even having a whistle for it, John.
No.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous. We have to pay ourselves. Yeah, no. I don't think it'd be a bad idea to try and introduce, almost like a starter kit, if you like, for referees first time game.
Yeah.
You know, as a way of the FAW saying thank you, but helping grassroots football and helping you come back into the game. And, you know, listen, FAW got plenty of money. It's not just about afford to do it. So, let's try and pump a bit more back into grassroots to help bring officials through, I think.
I never realised you have to pay for the kit and everything. You know, it doesn't sorry, but especially these days where everything's getting more and more expensive, but it is something that basically that I'd say that would help get some more in. And so just a couple more questions until we do get to the end of this. Any major funny stories that you've got that stand out from during your games? And we've talked about a few of them, but
I think most of my funny stories really come from, having some back and forth with players and looking at players. I think one that stands up, I was my mates were coaching an under-16s team, right? And it was a midweek, and they said, can you come and ref this game for us? I said, yeah, no problem. Well, it was a game or something a couple of seasons ago. So there's an under-16 player, and he's got a bit of testosterone at that age.
Yeah, you think they think they're invincible.
I'm the big man. I spotted his fullback, and he's trying to give it some to the game. So I thought, okay, come on, you. Right? And then he had all appearance lined up on the side. And he takes it through it. And it's a foul. So and it's fucked up at the back, and it's a foul too. So I blown and go foul. So we'll go on with. He's looked at me, he's chucked the ball down, and he's gone, that's not fucking right. Now, I could have gone, red card, Jim to me. I looked at him, I go, I'm here too. But I walked and meet him halfway in Earshot with the with the families and it's on the side. Oh yeah. I go, mate, just a question. I said, how old are you? He said, well, I'm 16, right? I said, you still can't take a fucking throw it. He's having a fucking half now. Do you know what I mean? And then he's gone. Yeah, that's how you do it. And then I've had that team again on the Sunday. He's seen me come up on the pitch and he's come straight back and me and gone, shook my hand and he's going, ref, I'm going to pop the thing. He said, you've done me. Dude, stay away. So it's just little things about managing it. There's a lad from Wattsville, and I gotta mention this because Matty Prosser was talking to me about it on Saturday night, actually. I was just doing a friendly. It was pre-season friendly, Wattsville against Bridmouth. Yeah. Up at Bridmouth. And games cracked off. And Wattsville got a lad, I can't think of his first name, shoot that. Anyway, he's a nice lad. Yeah. But he just loads and bones and what isn't it, right? And literally, he's got like these taps of it. Oh, to try to he's scored on held on to it. If it's all he's even Bobby Charlton had out, and also on his line, he's like so I'm about 60 minutes into the game. I've had enough for him because he's a friendly as well. Yeah. So Paul goes up, my friend was blow out and I turned around and everyone near me. I said, shoot that. My patience is winning thinner than morning line. I said, give it a rest, And he's like, well, Matty process about the goals after that. It's just like, that is mental. Yeah. But yeah, it's just little things like the bank, then you can have back and forward players, but players know they can have a bit bar. So yeah, it's all to me, so game. So yeah, it's just things like that you remember from just how it back and forward. Yeah, that's good. And yeah, that's good. And now as you come towards the end of this, it's the story everybody's been waiting for, what I've been waiting for ever since I heard about it. How on earth did you end up on Come Dine With Me? What on earth happened there? And then I was really random, this one, mate. They were really random. I can't like that. So when my kids were young, right, my daughter always did gymnastics. Okay. And it was always gymnastics on a Saturday morning. So we had to get the gymnastics by about 9:15. And my lad always did park run. Yeah. He should run on my lad. He's, in fact, in Cymru. Next Wednesday, he's going to wear a 2-year athletic scholarship. Oh, America. Nice. So, guess it from the middle. Obviously. But no, I look forward to seeing him, actually. And so we would always do parkrun on a Saturday morning. So me and my wife would always be up early on a Saturday morning. One of us would be gym, the other of us would be parkrun. Too late, that type of thing. But the one Saturday morning, neither of them had anything on. We love to watch what we call a bit of officiating. Yeah, so, Come Dine With Me, they'll forward a bit. Oh, that's sharp down, no ton of all stuff, Everybody loves it. Yeah, they do, yeah. Yeah, so I Saturday morning, Come Dine With Me, come to Iris. Yeah. I like to cook as well. Yeah, I'm not the best, but I like to cook. Mm-hmm. I'll experiment, I'll try it. Great. So I said, I'm going to do that. She went, yeah. We say so. She went, go on, then applying. I don't have everything. And my laptop was by the side of the bed. Oh, no, it's chaos. So I went, so it was like my laptop. Yeah. I went, popped it down 5 minutes later. Every island played. She went, yeah, all right. So, about 2 weeks later, random number called me. London number. Okay. I thought, I don't spam or whatever. Yeah. And answered the phone, hello. This is, expecting somebody to try and sell me a dodgy Skype pack. Oh, somewhere, yeah. Always something. It's sort of one of the show where it's from.
Okay. Yeah.
See your application. I went, yeah. We should can we get a steak interview booked in you and actually us. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that was sorted. Booked a steak interview in. So come on, told my missus, like, so she went, oh my God. Because you know, like the metal jobs that need doing in that. Yeah, he's always 7 years old, but like, I was away. Missing like a paint there, or like there's a screw emptied out from about years ago. But boys, so she said, "Oh my God, and you've got to finish these jobs." So I do a steak interview, went really well. Right, basically, phone me back next thing. Never want on Btw Sorry would be great. Come back, Bill. I'm ready. Right, fantastic. Yeah, so come on, my missus. Shit, I'll be back at these jobs. So fair play to my mate Chalky, but the happy to be diamond, like a DIY legend. Abby Kevin's toolbox fixes a bit more, so does me a solid. She's happy as well. Yeah, jobs are gonna certainly start filming this. Come Dine With Me. Well, it's been all week, so I'll keep it on. Is it? Oh, wait, you're on. Literally, I was getting picked up in a taxi. It was Monday to Friday. I was getting picked up in a taxi for 4:45, 10 to 4 every day. Right? Yeah. As soon as you're in that taxi, you're on the air. Yeah, on the air. It's on nice. They all gave loosened up, but obviously, yeah. And we had the craziest bunch of cats. But I don't know if you ever seen it. Yeah, there was a girl on it, Crazy Claire, we used to call her. Like, and everybody's got their own title. I'm not saying. Yeah, every night, right? She would bring mango peach apple falls. So so you got like Giovanni that owns restaurants in Cardiff. Yeah, and he's bringing some nice sort of real, and you know, and the other girls all I stayed off the wine because I'm a shout wine. Oh yeah, it's like back. So I was just on a lager. So like I'd have Peronis, I'd have the Malo, nice, you know, we Strella, all that type of stuff. Yeah. So we go Anna's first, like down in there, and you don't know where you're going. No, okay. So we go Anna's first, like it's down by Ringland in Newport. Yeah, great. That's how we knew how Crazy Claims Christy is. She literally fell into the door at Anna's. Oh God, like Stephen, she was landing over her head, and we're like trying to pick up. You all right? You all right? Oh, well, I love Claire. Then actually, that's it, David. Because we've still got a WhatsApp group with 4 of us. No way, us out the fighting. Yeah. There's only 4 of us out the fighting because the girl at one, she was a bit of a whopper. So she took herself a lip. Oh, okay. She thought she was better than all of us, and she's not. No, she's not. Oh, I feel once fed rumors. No, yeah, she was a bit of a whopper. Yeah. So the second night, where we to the second night? We were Charlotte was the second. Yeah, Wilson, still all that. I said a bit of a what? Yeah. And there's this lovely house in Lantry Park. Oh, nice. A nice cobble. But just over the top power station hill. Yeah. It's proper fancy. And it transpires. It wasn't a house. It was a fella and his ex-wife's house. Oh, okay. Not with being bitter or anything about this. About Ruben and me fishing second. Oh, helpful. So I'd never been. No. And then the Wednesday night we were at Crazy Claire's. So we had Crazy Claire's, and she lived in a smallest flat in Cardiff. You've all seen in your life. Oh my days. No, and as we got there, she's like, because everybody else is like drinking wine and stuff. And she's got a man with Jagger Falls. And she opens the fridge, Scotty, I am forgot about you. There's 4 cans of Fosters in the fridge. I go, nothing's going on. Yeah, I shocked. So anyway, we go downstairs, and while she's filming, her flat's that small, we can't go to the road. No, we have to stay in the neighbours. Oh my, that's there's this old guy downstairs, Bob, actually diamond it. It's just 4 of us in Bob's flat now. So I go in the fridge to get one of these cans of Foster. See Bob, and I'm not an ale drinker, but no, they doing bars, yeah. Oh, I'm all. So doing, wow, they're all down in Foster's, yeah. Even if stadiums don't drink it. Oh, exactly. So I saw Bob like a doing bad, you know. He said, I'm a whiskey drinker. And he said, I'll have one of them if you want. Well, by the time we got the Claire's grabbing, right, like smashed the four Fosters. I mean, it was in me and I needed it. I bet the grub was absolutely horrific. Was it? Terrific. It's like, it was horrific. Thursday night was my night and Friday night was Giovanni's. Giovanni, I got from, I left there on the Saturday morning at 4:45 in the morning. Because me and Giovanni were just, I'd seen the crack open. I think it was 75-year vintage. At 3 o'clock in the morning. We were smashing these Italians. Look up to lie, mate. So I literally needed a week to recover. Up there, I would not need a month. But it was, great experience. Of course, when I get around the games, though, so what's on the menu tonight? I bet. I still like to cook. Yeah, cooking's fun. I do okay. But you've got to let me crap on an experiment and let me have a beer while I'm out there. Yeah, a bit like a baby version of Keith Floyd. He like the vino, he did. Yeah. Oh, that is a fantastic story. But when I first started asking people to send in questions, I was not expecting Come Dine With Me. That is the last thing I was expecting to come up. And I can't remember who it was. Sorry, I've got ADHD, so my memory is awful. But whoever it was who sent that question in, it'll be on the bottom on the screen now. But thank you for sending it in, because that was the most random thing I ever thought was going to come up. So, this has been brilliant. This has been fantastic for the first of my summer interviews. First ever long-form interview in person. So I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much for doing this, mate. No, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure. I think, can we do a couple of shout-outs to people? Yeah, of course. I cancel yours. So I think, firstly, I'd like to give a couple of shout-outs to Ben Schofield. Actually, congratulations on your promotion to Tier 1, mate. Well deserved. I would say congratulations to Jordan Harmon, because he's setting up 13s in there, so Jordan's done really well. Yeah. And then congrats to all the boys in the North Gwent, the reps that have had promotion. Well done to Newbridge Town and the quadruple fantastic season. Brimmo, Evan, and Mrs. Evan got a blinding job at Brimmo. 2 years ago, you're in the North Gwent, get promoted to Gwent County 1. Superb. And Brimmo, Carl Spike and Andrew Brockbat. What a fantastic job within 3 seasons. 3 seasons ago. Yeah, they literally penned them out, finished bottom, I think 2 points. Had 2 draws and got battered the other day into the season. Carl Spike and Andrew Brockbat came in, and within 3 seasons, they were the 9th, 4th, and finished the season as champions. So nice. That is something to get us in there. And then Newick. Fair bit, Corey's coming straight back up, and Monmouth had a good season as well, I think. Corey's and Monmouth were everybody's favourites. They were, but Newry, just a phenomenal job. And Gat, the boys, superb. You are the yardstick for a lot of village clubs and what they can achieve, especially playing for a village club for years, myself and Ken Forest. So, King, just a massive congratulations from me. And last couple, mate, I will give my mate Scott Aldridge from Mr. a shout out. Yeah. Because in that harder league, most teams got budget. Yeah. They haven't got a pot to piss in now, or to literally do what you've done without a budget and keep them up. Fantastic. Yeah, you did a fantastic. Yeah. Cumbrala, I can't believe Dale is gone. Or got it about that. And Ian and the boys at Philly, that's a superb achievement. Yeah. Yes, right. Yeah, that's my shout out to it. So that is it.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching that interview. I really hope you enjoyed it. I loved recording that with Scott. What a great guy he is. He has got some absolutely amazing stories, and I love that one about him closing up that 34-man brawl. That was absolutely brilliant. And of course, the Come Dine With Me story. Like I said, I wasn't expecting Come Dine With Me to come up when I started researching the interview, but yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did enjoy it, as well as subscribing, liking, sharing, all that good stuff, I have one extra favour to ask of you for this month and this month alone. You can see I'm wearing this Crohn's and Colitis UK t-shirt. I've had Crohn's for 21 years now. And this month I am walking 26.2 miles. I am walking 44 kilometres across the month. of June to try and raise money for Crohn's and colitis. I'll be putting the donation link down below. So if anybody does have a spare fiver at any point this month, and if you have enjoyed this video, please, please, please consider donating it to Crohn's and colitis so we can get more medicine, more research, more all of that good stuff. You know what these charities try and raise money for. So yeah, thank you all so much. And yep, I shall see you sometime soon. Bye.